Hare Krishna everyone, and welcome back once again to our ongoing lecture series entitled The Glories of Sri Vrindavan Dham. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Deshatarane. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. So we're continuing with our mini-series on stimulation for ecstatic love, and this will be part 176, in which we continue with our present theme of the glories of Vrindavaneshwari, Srimati Radharani, and our discussion on her glances. This will actually be our final lecture on her glances. So in the Padma Purana, in the section entitled Shri Naradasya Radha Krishna Yor Vrindavane Darshana Por Vaka Mahatmya Varnanam, which means Shri Narada sees Shri Radha and Krishna in Vrindavan. We hear about the playful, smiling glances of Srimati Radharani. It begins in text 57. Quote, Lord Krishna enjoys pastimes with you, Sri Radha, in the forest of Vrindavan. Your youthful form enchants the entire universe. Then text 58. What is your form like? It is fully embraced by youth. What is your beauty like? It is adorned with playful, smiling glances. There you go. What is your beauty like? It is adorned with playful, smiling glances. Now we're thinking, one may ask, what is the effect of Srimati Radharani's glances? And that's described very beautifully by Srila Bivamangal Thakur in Krishna Karnamrita, text number 10. He writes, we take shelter of that capable Krishna who is constantly relished by the straight, flowing glances of the beautiful gopis, glances filled with the power of countless cupids. Glances filled with the power of countless cupids. Then in text 11 he writes, may that indescribable youth who understands the hearts of the beautiful women of Braj, whose restless eyes move with joy, enter into my heart, into our hearts too. So in these ways, we should constantly hear about these wonderful and enchanting glances of both Radha and Krishna. And I was reading and I came across a verse that confirms this in Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, chapter 28, verse 31, a direction to all of us. Quote, the yogis should meditate with full devotion on the compassionate glances of the Lord, for those glances relieve the suffering of all his devotees. Accompanied by gentle smiles, they are filled with abundant grace. They are filled with abundant grace. So today, we will discuss a very sweet pastime known as Kandarpa Yudha. Kandarpa Yudha. Y-U-D-D-H-A, Kandarpa Yudha. Kandarpa Yudha literally means the battle of Cupid. And this particular pastime is described by the poet Sri Govindaswami of the Balaba Sampradaya. Now, Kandarpa, many of you know, refers to Cupid, the god of love and desire in this world. And as we know, he carries a bow and arrows made of flowers. Now his season is Vashanta Ritu. Vashanta Ritu means spring, when the forest blossoms and the air becomes very fragrant. Thus the forests of Vrindavan are considered the playground of Cupid, especially during spring. And one of the names of Vrindavan is Ananga Ranga Mancha. Rangamancha means like a theatrical stage, so Ananga Rangamancha means the stage where divine love is enacted. Not in this world, but in the spiritual world, or when the spiritual world descends to this material world, as Sri Vrindavan Dham, the stage where divine love is enacted. What a beautiful phrase. So Govinda Swami begins by offering his respects to Sri Vrindavan Dham, the land of divine love. And then he begins. He writes, one day the gopis made a plan. They hatched a plan. And they announced it everywhere. They called out, today there will be a great festival, a most beautiful contest. Two cupids will appear in the forms of Radha and Krishna. Two cupids. And they will compete with each other with their unmatched beauty. Now hearing this, of course, the gopis came from all directions to the forest of Nidhivan. Now the poet describes the scene was very beautiful. Golden creepers embraced the trunks of tamal trees. The fragrance of pervading musk, it bewildered even the deer from where it comes. The musk comes from the navel of the male deer. Lotuses floated on the waters, and a gentle breeze carried the scent of jasmine. And the entire forest, he describes, became a stage of divine beauty. And in the center, a beautiful kutira, like a beautiful hut, was prepared by the gopis. It was decorated like a pavilion of flower arrows as if created by Cupid himself. A pavilion of flower arrows as if created by Cupid himself. Now inside were two jeweled seats, and golden pillars surrounded the area, and nearby 2 parrots were singing, adding to the sweetness of the atmosphere. Seated there were Sri Radha and Sri Krishna, adorned with fine garments like flowers and pearls and diamonds and rubies, etc., many different types of ornaments. And all beauty seemed to be present in their forms. All beauty seemed to be present in their forms. And then the contest began. First, Krishna displayed his hand, adorned with golden rings set with jewels. Then Sri Radha responded by showing her hand, adorned with a golden flower set with 9 precious jewels. Now seeing this, her girlfriends declared Sri Radha had won the first round. They both had unmatched beauty, but Srimati Radharani won. Then Krishna showed his neck. It's described graceful and strong. And when Sri Radha revealed her neck, elegant and more refined, again her maidservants declared she was victorious over Krishna. So next, Krishna displayed his chest, decorated with garlands and ornaments, of course being the resting place of Lakshmi. But Sri Radha revealed her form compared to 2 nectar-filled pots. And again her maidservants said surely she had won that part of the contest. With that, Krishna showed his long, Keshava, his long dark hair. But then Sri Radha revealed her braid, thicker, darker, and much more beautiful. And once again, she was declared victorious. Now at that moment, Krishna released the arrows of his glance, piercing the hearts of all present. But when Sri Radha cast her sidelong glance, it struck Krishna's heart even more deeply. When she cast her sidelong glance, it struck Krishna's heart even more deeply. He was overwhelmed, at once desiring more, yet unable to bear its intensity. It's interesting. The poet describes. He was overwhelmed, at once desiring more, yet unable to bear its intensity. Such is divine love. So this contest it actually continued for a long time. When finally the gopis approached Sri Radha and said, "O Radhe, your beauty is unmatched. You have won every round of the contest. Now please be merciful to your beloved Krishna. He has been won over by your glances. Kindly stop this flow of beauty and close your lotus eyes. Kindly stop this flow of beauty and close your eyes. So hearing this, Sri Radha closed her eyes and smiled shyly. She smiled shyly. At that moment, Shyamasundar embraced her. And the poet concludes, Shri Govinda Swami sings of this eternal pastime in the forests of Braj. Hare Krishna. Short but sweet. Actually, it's a short class today. I've just come to Vrindavan Dham, and passing my way through, I have to pack and get ready to go preach in the European continent, starting with the UK, with London. So I'm a little busy. Just came back from Australia. So I would like to finish today with a verse by the great devotee, Hita Harivamsha. You'll hear his name often in Vrindavan. Hita Harivamsha. It's also short and sweet, but pregnant with bhakti, with love. He writes, love is the teacher. Vrindavan is the school. The divine couple are the students learning the highest expressions of love. The gopis are their companions, and all their movements are exchanges of love. And all their movements, every movement, are exchanges of love. I'll leave you with that. This was our last class on the glances of Srimati Radharani. I searched high and low and through many different shastras of the Goswamis and Srila Prabhupada's books. That's what I came up with, but of course the subject matter is unlimited. So, next week we'll begin with what? We've been describing Srimati Radharani, so next week we'll come up with her tears. We'll discuss Radharani's tears of love for her Shyam. So, thank you. See you next Friday. Shri Shri Gauranitai ki, Shri Shri Krishna Balaram ki, Shri Shri Radha Shambhasundar ki, Vrindavaneshwari Srimati Radharani ki, her glances ki, Mayapurdam ki, Gauranitai ki, Shri Krishna Sankirtan Yagya ki, Nitai Gaur Vimanandi Jai Jai Sisi Radhe Shyam. Glories to Srila Prabhupada. All right, well.